Okay, I had a little time today between service calls, so I thought I'd start building this box. This is the seat inside the box, and what I'm going to do is I'm either going to use apple vinegar or molasses. There's some write-ups online, you can read about it, but it takes rust out. I figured it was the best way to get in all these little grooves inside the holes, and I just didn't feel like grinding and sandblasting and trying to deal with that, so that's the route I took. These are just 2x12s. To do a seat, it takes a 10-footer. That's really what it comes out to. 10-footer is about $10 at Home Depot. You can see that it's warped. I mean, the pieces are just terrible, and that's just the way lumber is these days. But if you match the top and the bottom and just let the center bow, and then come over here and do the same, as long as it's the same, it'll end up really square. I made sure the tops were very flush because I'm going to put a top on this, or as a bottom, I'm just going to flip it upside down. But as long as you cut your pieces smart, a 10-footer will make the entire box, which is kind of nice. You can go buy a 10-footer and know you have enough for the box. Now, technically, I was thinking about this, and you don't need a bottom on this if you're going to put liquid in. I can take a huge sheet of visqueen, drape it over it, a real heavy, thick grade, and then when I want to dump it, I can literally take this box, lift it up, and just let the shit fly, and then take a hose and wash it right off the driveway, because it's either going to be vinegar or molasses, so it's non-caustic. I am going to put a bottom on this because it's Wisconsin and it's extremely cold, and so I'm worried about freezing, things like that, so I'm going to do this indoors, and I can't risk this thing coming apart. So I'm going to put a bottom on this. I got to see what I have for scrap laying around. If I don't have a sheet of plywood I can put on here, I'll just take some more 2x12s and just screw them down. It'll be a little heavy, but at least it'll be durable. But that's what it is. This inside dimension is 30 inches length, okay, by 22 3/4 across, and that you can see it just fits the seat, and the top part of the seat will fit too. So this really is specific to the seat, and I didn't want to get into the situation where I built one universal box for a bunch of parts. I built it cheap just to do the seats, and if it works, I'll maybe save the box. Otherwise, I can just take some screws, screw it apart, chuck it in the garbage, and I'm on my way. But the other reason why I wanted to do 2x12s was if I do my rear end, my differential, if this does work, I can make a really long box, skinny, put the entire rear end in it, and soak it in vinegar or molasses. So this is really just sort of a test bed on removal of rust. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to start building the bottom on this thing and take it from there. I'll keep you updated.